बताता हूँ कि 92-93 में जब हम च्यवनप्राश के लिए आंवला ढूंढते थे तो भी 3 रुपया था, 2006-07 में भी 3 रुपया किलो था, और 6 से अभी आपका 16 में 10 साल में अभी 14-15-16 रुपया किलो आंवला हो गया है। तो उस किसान का उसका जीवन स्तर सुधरने का हुआ। ये मैं ऐसा महसूस करता हूँ कि यदि हम सोचते हैं दूसरे के लिए, वो आपको इतना ऊंचा उठा देगा, आपको अपने ऊंचा उठने के लिए सोचने की आवश्यकता नहीं है।
But it was day 2 that completely belonged to Sanjay Dutt, who was absolutely brutally candid about his past and his plans for the future. In addition, there were also creative workshops.
I do everything in a larger than life. So whether it's drinking, or whether it's affairs, or whether it's my work, or whether it's friends, or whether it's drugs. And it kind of hits you after a while, and by then Dad had called me to the office. So I was sitting and he was lecturing me about something, and suddenly it kind of hit me. And I heard him talking like, and I'm telling myself, Sanju, you're tripping right now, just take it easy, just take it easy. I saw a wig come out of it. I'm looking at him, I said, what the hell is that now? And that wig caught on fire. I'm telling myself, Sanju, take it easy, you're tripping. And his face became a candle and he started melting here. Brian, I couldn't help it. I dove on him and tried to put his face away. Now, I think sometimes I was thinking about my father, what he must have gone through. This face. Dad, don't die on me, don't melt. He couldn't understand. There was like Naam, and in those days, these movies were really great. I certainly played this lame guy in Sergeant. I remember the whole industry said you're making a mistake and stuff. You're an action hero, why are you playing a lame man? But I was convinced. And it was a great experience again. And Khalnayak and Sadak, Munna Bhai for sure. Kante was great. It was again a breakthrough kind of a cinema. It had a lot of style. Zinda, a couple of good films on my list. If you ask me, I know how to पहले औरत के साथ कैसे रहने का यार वो मैं ही जानता हूँ, वो बहुत एक्सपीरियंस है. Once a woman starts talking, shut up. Please hear her. There's no argument you can win. ठीक है? तो बेटर है कि चुप रहो, एक ड्रिंक पी लो, चुप बैठो. Secondly, if you like a woman, then make her feel like your mother. You become a little boy. Let her feel like a mom, let her feel protective towards you, and you're scoring for you. A very, very important thing is to know the law of the land. We all neglect that. And it is so important to know the law of the land individually, because you guys head companies and you all are, big people in your own fields. But you always leave that to your lawyer, which I feel is the wrong thing, because you should know corporate law, you should know, law, criminal law, or, related with anything, I think you will always stay above things, That is what I've learned through this 25 years of experience. When I landed from Mauritius, my father told me to come back. He says, come back, and I was shooting there. And I landed out there and I was coming down the accelerators, and that whole lobby was full of Hawaldars pointing guns at me. I felt like Osama bin Laden, man. I said, oh, shit. Usko bhi treatment nahi mili hogi, Right. You know what I'm saying? But I was whisked away, and you see, they told me they booked me under TADA. I didn't know what TADA was, And till I realized and I read what that law is, it's a killer law, man. It kills you. There's no chance for a person who's hooked on Nutara to escape. That's one thing I request you guys to pick up your books, and I think it's boring, but you got to do it.
Yeah,
In addition, there were also creative workshops from industry stars. That was an absolute privilege for anybody from the industry. There was plenty of activities organized for the participants of Goa Fest 2017 on the beautiful lawns of the Grand Hyatt Bambolim. From our very own A26 belting out hits to an enthralled crowd,
now get up, stand up. Get up, stand up. Oh, oh, oh. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. I said now get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. I said life is your right. Reach your hands up. Yo,
Also, a popular attraction for the guests was the 360-degree photo booth that had people trying all sorts of poses and stunts to get that ultimate selfie. Even the popular human job fights were not out of bounds. While others took to fun cycle competitions to get them ready for the Abbeys. Talking about the Abbeys, the real raison d'etre of the festival was the media and publisher Abbeys that recognized excellence in the use of media such as print, TV, cinema, outdoor, radio, events, digital and social media, amongst others. In its 12th edition this year, the festival received highest ever number of entries for the Abbey Awards from across media and advertising agencies in India, with 94 entries alone making it to the media and publisher Abbeys, which were judged by 112 jurors across India. Goa Fest 2017 saw Dentsu Aegis Network sweep the creative Abbeys at Goa Fest with 87 medal wins. Chief among them was Taproot Dentsu, dominating the Goa Fest creative Abbeys with 41 medals.
One of our agencies, Taproot Dentsu, was always winning awards, but rest of Dentsu was not really known for its creative abilities. A couple of years ago we said that we're going to start focusing on it. Last year was brilliant, where we came up and became one of the leading agencies in creative, and this year is so heartening because not one but so many of our agencies have won so many awards, and it's great to see that as a group we've emerged number one by far. I think it'll be very encouraging, particularly for our young creative guys, and I hope we can keep building upon this.
Last 7 years we have been in top 2, or at times we have been in top 3, and this is the first time that we have topped the table with 9 golds. I think it's really a proud moment for all of us. Thanks to our Delhi office, I think they have also contributed to this healthy tally. And we are really excited and hope we can sustain this position for a couple of more years, because it's easy to win for a year, but it's difficult to be consistent, and the way we were consistent for last 7-8 years, being on top 2 or 3, we would like to retain this number 1 position for at least, if not more, at least for 3 years.
JWT India's 36 medals included 6 gold, 14 silver and 16 bronze, while Open Strategy and Design claimed 14 golds. Also, Famous Innovations and Star India won 3 golds each. Maxis and Viral Pandya won 2 golds. Absolute Productions stole an Abbey for the Filmcraft category for their work on the Havells Wire campaign. Early Man Films also scored a Filmcraft Abbey for their work on Godrej Security Solutions. Kinetic India got an Ambient Abbey Gold for Mukutta life-saving masks. Medula wins the gold out of home category Abbey. While even Social Street took home 40 medals, including 4 gold, 9 silver and 27 bronze awards.
Yeah, I'm super delighted and excited about the work the teams put together. together. For a 20-month-old company, the amount of appreciation from our peer group and the industry that we are getting is super exciting. I'm so much looking forward to doing a lot more good work for the brand that we work on.
We asked a number of delegates about their experience at Goa Fest 2017, and here's what they had to say.
My name is Anand. I'm from Pulp Strategy, and Goa Fest for me is completely awesome.
I'm from Z. So the Goa Fest was really nice. Like, we had the best experience of our lives, right from the speakers to the after parties to the dinners, and really looking forward to the concert by Shalmali. And yeah, keep rocking, guys. Thank you.
I am Kritika from Dixon Talk Studios, and Goa Fest for me is full of possibilities, basically.
I am Manan Kotak from Chitralekha Group of Publications. I come to Goa Fest every year. It's a lot of fun. It's fun and it is infotainment basically. So today, the first day, we had Acharya Balakrishna coming and speaking to us. Amazing session, totally enjoyed it. And we are very happy that the publishers have been started since the last 2-3 years. So we are thankful to Goa Fest for them. Cheers.
I'm from Z. About Goa Fest, really amazing. We had so much fun, and the Knowledge Summit and the Leadership Summit were the best. We met so many speakers and they were brilliant. So there was so much knowledge to gain, and we met a lot of people and a good networking we did, and it was really nice.
Hi, I'm Subhashri. I'm from Pulp Strategy as well. For me, Goa Fest is exciting. I'm really looking forward for a lot of activities here.
We hope you enjoyed our coverage of Goa Fest 2017. Do stay tuned every Tuesday for fresh coverage of all cultural and entertainment events in Goa. Until next time, bye-bye. Hello and welcome to Hcn's weekly entertainment show, Hcn Cafe, where we showcase all the fun that went down in Goa this past week, which you may have probably missed. Whether it be music, art, culture, food, fashion and all the happening events, we've got you covered. This week, UB40 was in Goa, and how? We were at their concert and got an exclusive interview from them. Ever wondered what kinds of fruit you can grow in the Konkan region? Look no further, because we show you exactly that as we visit the Konkan Fruit Fest. We also checked out Serenity, a watercolor art exhibition by artist Uzma Khan. After performing in Bangalore on the 21st of April, British reggae and pop band UB40 enthralled Goans of all ages as they performed live at Gigi's Park, Cavalosim on 24th April, Monday. This incidentally will be their second show in India after their first performance in 1998. The four-time Grammy nominee group has now returned to India after nearly 18 years and will also tour Pune and then wrap up their tour of India in Mumbai. The band has had more than 50 singles in the UK singles chart, and their two albums, Labour of Love and Promises and Lies, has reached number 1 on the UK albums chart. The band members had promised a night to remember for Goan fans and have lived up to it as they belted out numbers like Cheerio Cheerio Baby.
Cheerio, cheerio.
Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain. And the one song everyone was waiting for, Red Red Wine.
Just one thing makes me okay. Red, red wine. Stay close to me. Don't let me be
We had earlier asked founding members drummer Jimmy Brown and bassist Earl Falconer about what they thought about playing in Goa, their favorite songs, and even about corn fish curry. Here's what they had to say.
30 years in the making. I know you'll have been here for a Bollywood show before, but the tour, why did it take so long, and what happened to make it happen now?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, obviously we always wanted to come back, and it was just like we was promised, you know, to do different things, and it kind of fell through. But obviously now we're here, and like we've done one show, you know, in Bangalore, and it went really well. So we're expecting a good crowd tomorrow.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're really up for it.
Yeah, the show in Bangalore was brilliant. Really enjoyed that.
Tell us what you all took away from that. What were you expecting before it began, and then what was the outcome at the end of it all?
Well, you don't know, you know, because different people have different reactions to, you know, you want to, if somewhere where they're used to having lots of gigs, then people know how to react in a gig. But then when you go to places where you don't have many gigs, and we always go to places where they don't have many international acts, then sometimes you can say, well, that's a strange reaction, and that's really weird. But in the end, you get what you want from the audience. So in the end, everybody has a good time. So,
sure.
But there are different traditions when it comes to live music.
Yeah, I mean, in Bangalore, it was nice to see that it wasn't like a tourist crowd, because like, obviously we've been to countries before, and you know, basically you're playing to like English, you know, or European, you know, people who are on holiday.
True.
So it's nice that, you know, like the other night it was like, you know, or basically an Indian crowd. Basically.
Yeah, because you want to play to the locals.
That's true. That's true.
And the atmosphere was great in there.
It was lovely, yeah.
Well, a lot of people are looking forward to tomorrow, and I can tell you now that these fans have been waiting for years to come catch you live in action. And what can they expect from the show tomorrow?
Well, you know, apparently the backdrop is really quite beautiful. I haven't been to the gig yet, so I think we're going to be in the real environment for reggae music.
Yes,
you know,
you're going to be on the beach.
You're on the beach, the sea behind you. It couldn't be more perfect, really. I'm really looking forward to it.
Super. What about you, Ron?
Yeah, well, I mean, like playing outdoors anyway is always better, because like you haven't got to deal with any acoustic problems, like, you know.
Yeah.
So like, you know, the sound's going to be really good. It's like, you know, powerful. So you know, we're looking to get everybody up and dancing, you know, which is what we basically
and we do put a lot of effort into the quality of the sound too. So it should have a nice high fidelity quality to it.
Have you all done a lot of beachfront shows before?
Yeah, we've done a few.
Yeah, we played all kinds of shows, you know, like stadiums, beach, outdoors, race courses.
But we do. We're obviously very popular in parts of the world where the weather's nice and it's a nice environment, like the Pacific, you know, Tahiti, Tonga, Samoa, all those islands. You know, we're really popular there. All the way up to Hawaii and, you know, and Indonesia and places like that. There's not a lot of bands that can do all these places.
True, very true. Now, you started off in 1978. You'll celebrate 40 years next year. Do you all have?
How long it is?
I didn't realise it was that long. I'm getting depressed now. God, I'm getting old.
But is there anything in the plans for the 40-year celebration? Is there something that we should be looking out for?
There may well be. I mean, it's still a couple of years off, isn't it? I think.
It's next year.
Is it?
We haven't thought about it at all, so someone caught us on the hop there.
Yeah, really, because we kind of started.
No plans or anything.
Obviously, nearly 40 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's just we've been swept up in the whole thing. But you don't.
It doesn't feel like 40 years, does it?
No,
it doesn't. Like yesterday was doing the 30th. So it's a bit of a shock.
I know, yeah.
But you started off with your first gig in Hare and Hounds, am I right?
In Kingsley, local,
And from there all the way to this international stardom and a career that has spanned 40 years.
It happened really quickly, though. You know, in the very beginning, we only did about maybe 6 small gigs, and by the time we finished doing those little one of small gigs, the crowd was so big that we couldn't do small gigs anymore, and we had to get bigger venues, you know. And then it snowballed, and we're still rolling down the hill.
I think more up the hill than you're down it.
Well, no, I mean, we're too old actually to be going up the hill anymore. Yeah.
But when it comes to the group, you'll have so many musicians on stage at one go. Is it difficult to choose the set list? Does everyone have a favorite that they want?
We give one guy the job. He gets the job, and we don't have to worry about it. You know. That's why I mean, we've been together a long time, and we all know each other's strengths and weaknesses, you know. So
Issues and whatever.
yeah, we give the job to the guy we know who's
Okay.
going to do a good job.
No, but does it come down to saying, like, if you have one favorite song that you want on the list and you have another favorite
It
song
doesn't
that
really work like
doesn't-
that. It's all about the crowd and
Yeah.
you know, like taking them up and down and
Yeah.
like different emotions, and then obviously at the end a big crescendo and the
Yeah.
encore.
True.
So it's like, you know, it's like theatre, isn't it? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, we we've got so many songs to choose from.
True.
We've had so many hits. you
Yeah.
know,
Absolutely.
That we can always do a festival and people know the music. And,
Yeah.
So we're very lucky.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Okay. And y'all have a week till your next gig then after that in Mumbai?
You
Is
know
it?
more than us, you do. It's like
Yeah, I know,
a
yeah.
font of information. It's fantastic. Yeah.
I don't even know where we are now.
Yeah, you're doing a job.
No, I don't think so. I think we've got a week now, and we've got
You've got a show in
three
Bombay.
shows
Yeah.
in the week.
Yeah.
And then we're going home.
Okay. Okay. I think your next gig is in Bombay, from what I know, which is on Friday. So, what do y'all have planned for your downtime in between the two gigs? Are y'all going to?
You know, all depends. Like, if we've got press conferences or whatever, and then like obviously if we've got time to land around the pool like today.
Yeah.
I mean, after this, we'll be around
Go
the
back
pool
to
all
the pool.
day and just chilling, and go down the beach later on.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
have a look around.
It's
you
a
know,
way of
just
life
checking
for us. We you know, we'll try and make work as much of a vacation as we possibly can.
True. And tomorrow at the show, any expectations going in? What are you expecting from the crowd as such?
Well, I mean, going from the other night, it's going to be brilliant.
Yeah.
Because like we had some real wicked reactions off some of the tunes. Like, I'm going to say anything. But yeah, there's some like certain tunes like really like people like went really crazy. you
Yeah,
know.
I know.
Expecting a great atmosphere.
But in the end, it's up to us.
Yeah.
In the end, to get what we want from the crowd. You know, we can't just expect people to love us without giving them something to love.
True,
You know? So
true.
it's down to us really in the end how good the gig will be, and I think it's going to be a cracker.
Yeah. Any new material in the offing?
Look, well, there's some stuff off our last album. We've done a couple of tunes off our last album, but we're actually in the studio now working on all brand new stuff.
Super.
Yeah, but they're not ready, but we will be playing some new material.
Yeah.
You know, a couple of new tunes from our
Super.
latest album. So.
Super.
Yeah, that's available. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Anything else you want me to ask? Going forward, what do you have to say to the fans before they come out to see you tomorrow? Because this is going to be airing in the morning, so they're going to be seeing you in the evening.
Okay, yeah. Don't wear high heels because you're going to dance.
Yeah.
Yeah, and be prepared to have a sore throat in the morning because you're going to sing.
Yes.
Too. So,
Absolutely. And they're going to be sweating buckets also
oh
in the
yes,
heat.
that's the idea. Yeah.
Bring a
If
bottle of
we-
water.
Yeah, or two.
That's my advice.
You know, if we're going to sweat, then the least they could do with the audience is have a little sweat as well.
Yeah, we love hot sweaty gigs. That's
Yeah, we
like,
do,
That's
yeah.
our forte.
Of course, we have to ask, have you all tried any local cuisine while you're here? Have you all tried
We
any
live on local
Yeah.
cuisine. We live on local cuisine when we're at home in Birmingham.
Yeah.
Because Birmingham is little India, you know. And we've lived on since we were 15 years old.
Wow.
We've lived on Indian food.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So what's a favorite for y'all amongst?
Well, you know, tandoori fish, you know.
Actually tandoori fish. That's what
Tandoori
I like
fish.
from- Yeah, and
Just Rogan Josh, you know.
yeah.
Because
Super.
basically in Birmingham, there's a place called the Balti Mile,
Yeah.
which is basically where the band got together and we went to school together in that area. And that's like the curry capital of England, basically. Do you know what I mean? It's like
In
it's
the
noted for it.
late 1960s and early 70s,
Yeah.
they were the first Indian, like little cafes
Yeah.
and restaurants started to spring up, and they were the best places to eat because it was great food and it wasn't really expensive, you know.
True.
So we've been brought up on it.
And we was
Super.
on the dole at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everybody argues in England which city is the best curry.
Yeah.
And we say Birmingham is the curry centre of England, even though Bradford would disagree with us, and so would Glasgow.
Everybody knows
Yeah.
it's Birmingham.
But we know it's Birmingham
It's
because
Birmingham.
Birmingham is where the first Indians came to, and it's a big community, and we love it.
But more specifically about Goan food, have you all tried any Goan food like rice curry and fish?
I mean, you
and-
have to educate us on that, you know. So we don't know the subtle differences between different regions necessarily.
So
you know.
we'll try anything.
Yeah,
let's
we'll
put it
try,
that
yeah.
way.
We should take you out for a meal then.
Yeah, bring it on, yeah.
Yeah.
See what happens.
But
yeah.
how's the spice factor? Are you all good on the
yeah,
spice or
don't
not so
worry
good?
about
We're
Don't
from
worry about
Birmingham. We're supermen when it comes.
We've got a few pepper men in the gang.
Yeah. You
People
can't
who can
hurt
set
them
peppers, yeah.
no matter how much you try.
Okay, super. That's good to know. All right. I know the listeners and the audience is going to go crazy tomorrow, and we can't wait to see you in action. Thank you so much for taking time out to talk to us.
Brilliant, thank you.
And if we could ask you individually, do you all have any favorite songs from all your repertoire?
Oh, you know, that's really hard.
I know. I have to put you on the spot.
Yeah, well, I'll say 1 in 10, which
1 in
Jimmy
10,
wrote.
Okay, well, I'll say Please Don't Make Me Cry, which I think is really lovely little soulful tune.
Yeah.
Which we didn't write.
Which I did, yeah,
Which we didn't write.
Yeah, that was a cover, yeah.
But we will be performing it on the gig.
Oh, super. We look forward to it.
Okay.
Can you sing us a little something as we walk away?
No, we don't sing with the rhythm
Drummer
section.
and bass player.
Hey, we might have some hidden talents that we don't know about.
No.
You have to wait till tomorrow.
Well, no, he sings, but he's not going to sing now. Yeah, okay.
Grass.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much for talking to us, and all the best for the gig tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.